Introducing our motorized wing conversion kit for the thermal R&D rooftop system. This kit has been designed to provide a seamless upgrade to your Raptor Roof Top wings, converting them into remote control wings with just the push of a button.
Damn!
The motorized wings allow you to easily open and close the rooftop wings simultaneously with the included remote. There's also a backup remote just in case you lose one. There's hardwired overhead switches included on both the left and the right side, so you can independently open your driver or passenger wing while in the seated position. This is great for when you're exiting the vehicle or if you're just looking to turn some heads when picking up your next passenger. You'll also notice that there's 4 empty slots in the center overhead switch panel. This is so that you can add additional switches to run your other 12-volt accessories. The conversion kit is backwards compatible, meaning that you can upgrade to the motorized wing kit regardless of when you purchased your Raptor rooftop system, and it requires no drilling or modifications to the existing rooftop. It's 100% bolt-on, and it features in-frame wiring capabilities so that you can run the included power harness for the wing motors through the frame bars so they're hidden for a clean, stealthy look. The wiring can then run to your Slingshot battery for full-time power, so that you can open and close your wings whether the engine is off or on. Now that you know what this mod is and what it can do for you, allow our team to walk you through the installation process.
Before you start your installation of the motorized wing conversion kit, please make sure that your Raptor rooftop has been fully installed and that the manual wing system is perfectly aligned and operational. Once you've ensured proper wing alignment, use a 5/32 Allen wrench to remove the 12 bolts holding in the overhead cover plate. Be sure to keep your hardware as it will be reused. Next, we'll be replacing the factory-equipped wing latch with one of the strike blocks included with the kit. The 2 strike blocks are interchangeable and can be used on either the left or right side wing. To remove the latch, use a 3/16 Allen wrench to loosen the 2 bolts holding the latch in place. Once removed, replace it with one of the strike blocks like so, and fasten it in place by reusing the original hardware. But don't tighten it all the way down just yet, so that we have some wiggle room for adjustment. Next, lower the wing down into the closed position and adjust the strike block as needed to ensure proper height alignment, before tightening down the hardware the rest of the way. Then repeat this process for the latch on the other wing. Now release your hood latch and open the hood. Then remove this electrical cover plate with a 5/64 Allen wrench. Now there's 4 rubber grommets that we'll need to remove from the frame bars. One grommet is located here, underneath the overhead cover plate we removed earlier. 2 grommets are located underneath the electrical cover plate we just removed. And the last grommet is located nearest the driver's side mirror. Next, we'll need to run this power harness through the inside of the frame bars. Start by inserting the small black connector from the power harness through one of the rubber grommets, and then insert that connector through the center opening in the frame bar so that you can run the harness over to the wiring port on the left side corner of the top. Now you can insert the rubber grommet into the center opening. Be sure to leave 12 inches of slack on the power harness at this center location. Then add a rubber grommet over the black power connector in this corner location and insert that grommet into place. Now add another grommet over the connector before feeding the wiring harness down to the last wiring port near the driver's side mirror. It's a good idea to loop a few inches of slack at this corner location before inserting the next rubber grommet. Then tuck the wiring in and reinstall the electrical cover plate we removed earlier. Next, insert the power connector through the fourth and final rubber grommet, slide on the included black wire looming, and install the grommet into place. Now grab the new actuator kit and remove the cover over the power port so that you can plug in the round power connector we left hanging from the center grommet location. Then lift the entire unit up into place, making sure that you tuck in any wires to avoid pinching. You'll then reinstall the hardware that we removed earlier from the original overhead cover plate, finger tight for now. Then go back through and tighten down all the bolts, making sure not to over tighten. Then use a T40 Torx wrench to remove this bolt so that you can lift up this body panel and route the power harness underneath. Then reinstall the bolt. Next, grab the second power harness, add a dab of dielectric grease, and plug the two power connectors together. If you're installing on a 2015 to 2019 Slingshot, you'll need to route the power harness along this frame rail to the battery location in the rear of the vehicle, making sure that you zip tie the harness up and out of the way of any and all moving parts or hot engine components. If you're installing on a 2020 or newer model like us, then you'll zip tie the power harness along the factory looming until you reach the battery location at the front right corner of the engine bay. Do not connect to the battery at this time. Use a 7/16 wrench and 5/32 Allen to remove the 3 rearmost bolts connecting the wing to the hinge. We will be replacing these bolts with the longer ones included with the kit. You'll then need a 7/16 wrench to remove the wing plate that has been temporarily installed on the power unit. Reinstall the wing plate to the wing itself with the new longer bolts from the kit, along with washers. The bolts will be inserted from the bottom side up. Use a 7/16 wrench and 5/32 Allen to snug down the hardware, making sure not to over tighten. Now it's time to connect the power harness to the battery. Unscrew and disconnect the black negative terminal first, followed by the red positive terminal. Then connect the red ring terminal from the power harness to the red positive terminal on the battery, and connect the black ring terminal from the power harness to the black negative terminal on the battery. Now press the rocker switch on the overhead switch plate above to electronically move the actuator into its outermost position. Now add a lock washer, then fender washer to each of the 2 heim joints. Then lower the wing down so that the bolts go through the wing plate. Secure it in place with a fender washer and nut on each bolt. Leave these finger tight for now. Use the rocker switch in the overhead plate to lower the wing into the closed position. Then hold the wing so that the top of your roof panels are in alignment and tighten down the bolts on both the outside and the inside of the wing plate using a 7/16 wrench. Test the functionality of the wing with the rocker switch, and if everything looks good, repeat this process for the other side. Then screw on the antenna for the remote control.
If automating your Raptor rooftop with push-button motorized control is on your mod list, make sure to pick up a kit for yourself. Head over to slingmods.com today.